Hi Jacob, thanks for your letter. Airmen First Class get me here. Right now I'm working with Task Force Innovation to help fight West Virginia fight COVID-19. And I'm going to answer your questions here. So I joined the Air National Guard to help be a part of a bigger picture. And I didn't realize the impact of the individual on the sole mission. And it's a huge impact. And I'm originally from New Jersey. I wasn't born in West Virginia. Thank you for your questions and thank you for your letter, and stay safe.
Hi Kia, thank you for your letter. And to answer your questions, my name is A1C Jacob Laufer, and I'm with Task Force Innovations to make masks to help West Virginia fight COVID-19. I was 20 years old when I joined the West Virginia Air National Guard, and I'm from Hurricane, West Virginia. And also the Guard is very tough, but it's also very rewarding. Thank you for your letter and your support.
Hi Kaya, thanks for your letter. My name is A1C Leon Gossard. I'm a C-17 crew chief here with the 167th Air National Guard. To answer your questions, I'm from Hagerstown, Maryland. I joined the military to support and defend my country. Since I've only recently joined, I've only been to training locations such as Shepherd Air Force Base, Texas, and Joint Air Force Base, Charleston. Thank you for your letter, and good luck in veterinarian school.
Hi Anthony, thanks for your letter. I'm Senior Master Sergeant Mike Conway from the 130th West Virginia Air National Guard. To answer your questions, I'm originally from Springfield, Pennsylvania. I joined the West Virginia Guard in 1985. Originally, I joined because I was unsure what I wanted to do after high school. The training I received in the Guard enabled me to get my civilian job as a service technician with a local technology company. Thanks for your letter and your support. Stay safe.
I hope my name is Technical Sergeant Shannon Fairburn. I've been in the Air National Guard for 14 years and total Air Force time 18 years. I am an aircraft mechanic on C-17s, and thank you for your questions. My favorite memory would be flying on a C-5 and going to Rota, Spain. That would be my favorite country. I've been there many times. I like to see their culture. They have a unique thing that they take a nap every day at 1300, which is 1 o'clock, for 1 hour. Even the McDonald's shuts down until 2 o'clock. They have beautiful beaches, the people are friendly, and if I could live there, I would. Thank you for your question and stay safe.
All right. Hi Katie, I'm Tech Sergeant Noel. I've been with the West Virginia Air National Guard for 13 years now. I chose to join the West Virginia Air Guard to both serve my country and serve my community, which is what we're doing here as part of Task Force Innovation and making masks for West Virginia healthcare centers. I work in the intelligence section supporting our aviation workers, specifically our airplanes and our pilots and all the ground crew. The training was about 6 months of technical training down in Texas, and then I came back and spent about 2 years of active duty helping support the mission. I haven't regretted a thing about joining the Air Force or joining the Air National Guard. I grew up around the military, so I'm pretty used to how we operate, and it gives me the opportunity to both support the United States mission as well as support West Virginia. And it's really important to find a way to give back to your community, so I don't regret anything about joining the military or supporting the mission here. And I just hope that you stay safe with your family during the COVID-19 pandemic, and that you stay safe and get ready for the school year in the fall. Thank you.
So good afternoon. Hi, Mackenzie Manning from Westwood Middle School. My name is Sergeant Stacy Carroll. I'm a member of the West Virginia National Guard. And I got your question here, and it was a good one. It kind of struck me. So the question you asked me was, how do you survive? Great question. Day by day. Don't focus on everything that you do, take it day by day. Even when you go to high school next year, everything that you do, one day at a time. Before you know it, it'll be over.
Great.
Thank you so much for your question. In the meantime, stay safe until you start high school next year. See you later.
Hi Seth, I'm Technical Sergeant Alexa Marikian. I am 24 years old. You had mentioned the impact that the pandemic has had on the medical staff and the essential workers and what impact this has on me. And honestly, I'm so grateful to be employed during this time, but what's even better than that is that we can do purposeful things. And that's all the West Virginia National Guard really wants to do. We're never short of volunteers, and what's more rewarding than that? Thank you for your letter and stay safe.
Mm-hmm.
Hi Jones, thanks for your letter. I am Airman First Class Kaylee DiPaolo. I am from Maryland, but I currently work at the West Virginia Air National Guard. I work as a personnelist. My duties include making military IDs. Although right now, I am currently working with the Task Force Innovation, making masks and helping with West Virginia fighting the COVID-19. So I thank you for your letter and your support, and stay safe.
How's it going, Braden? This is Corporal Moser with the West Virginia Army National Guard. I'm a military police officer in the Guard. I've been in the Guard for about 5 years now. I joined to help serve and protect our country. Thanks for writing to me. Hope you have a great day, bud.
Hi Seth, thanks for your letter. I'm Specialist Health for the Army National Guard. I work as a member for a small group that helps decontamination and citizen track. My duties include training, preparation for missions, and inspecting equipment. Although right now I'm currently working with West Virginia to fight the COVID-19. Thanks for your letter and your support. Stay safe. And to answer your question for your letter, I joined the Army National Guard because I wanted to help serve my country and the state of West Virginia. And did I know anybody before I joined the Army National Guard? No, but I do know a lot of people now and make some new nice friends.
Hello, Jesse. I'm Specialist Dyer with the Army National Guard. I work with artillery in the Guard, and I got your letter asking questions for us, and you asked, was it scary whenever I first joined the National Guard? No, it wasn't. It was a well-informed decision that took months of preparation to come to. I hope you're doing well and staying safe.
Hi Emma, my name is Staff Sergeant Blend. Thank you for your letter. I just wanted to answer it really quick for you. I joined the National Guard because I wanted to serve my country, and a lot of my family members have been in the military. I've been in the military for about 9 years now, and my favorite part about my job is helping the local communities and serving the state of West Virginia. Hope you have a good day and stay safe from all this COVID nonsense.
Hey Tanner, this is Private Stein with the West Virginia Army National Guard. I joined the Army National Guard 2 years ago, and what I do in the Army National Guard is I'm a fueler. The reason I joined is I wanted to help out the community and keep the state of West Virginia safe. I hope you have a good day and stay safe.
Hey Maddox, this is Sergeant Lee, and I have your letter here, and I want to answer a couple questions that you had asked me in the letter. The first question you asked was, are you from another state or West Virginia? Well, indeed, I'm from the great state of West Virginia, right over the hill here at Coonskin Park. I grew up on the east end of Charleston, so not far from the Gold Dome is where I grew up. Had a great childhood, wouldn't change it for nothing. What's your name? Obviously, Sergeant Lee is the last name. My first name is Jason. You asked me what made me join the Guard. Honestly, I needed something more in my life at the time I joined. I didn't feel fulfilled really with what I was doing in life or where I was at that stage in my life. So I decided to join something a little bigger than myself. And the last question is, did you play any sports when you were a kid? Why, yes, I did. Mostly football. I played at Roosevelt Junior High and here at Capitol High School. I had a great time doing that. I wasn't a really big star on either team, but being a safety and wide receiver was tough kind of back in that day because they didn't really pass the ball as much as you guys do now. I see you're a quarterback in your letter, so you probably have thrown more passes in junior high than I got my whole high school career. So that's it from me, Maddox. I hope you have a great day and I hope you're doing well during this time of pandemic.
Hey Alec, my name is Staff Sergeant Maynard with the West Virginia Air National Guard. To answer a few of your questions, first one, yes, I have a girlfriend. I joined the Guard because my dad started the Air National Guard when I was in elementary school, and it seems like it's the right way to go to follow in his footsteps and to work with some of the finest airmen and soldiers in the nation. And the third question was, how was my experience during the whole COVID-19 pandemic? It's been absolutely fantastic. I'm working with some great individuals to push out soldiers and airmen to make masks, deliver supplies, and to fight this pandemic and keep you guys safe. So I appreciate you writing those questions and have a good day.
Hi Matthew, my name is Airman Johnson and I'm with the West Virginia Air National Guard, and I'm answering your question of what made you want to join the West Virginia National Guard. I wanted to join to really make a difference. I have always wanted to help my community and I feel like the National Guard was the best way to do that. And your second question was, what do I like most about it? Probably all the different types of people I meet and all the different journeys I get to go on. Thank you.
Hi Sienna, I'm Staff Sergeant Thomas. I joined the Air National Guard because it provided a lot of benefits for college and also because my dad was in for 24 years, active duty and guard, and it really inspired me to step up and take the challenge. So I did that. I've been in for almost 6 years now, and I would have to say the most fun thing I've experienced is working with YLC, the Youth Leaders Camp in Kingwood. I've got to meet a lot of different students from all over the state and their different backgrounds and really watch them grow. But I saw you had asked the question, where was I born and raised? I was born in Idaho on a military base, and then I lived in Iowa for 15 years of my life, and then I moved here to West Virginia, and I joined the National Guard here.
Hi Lillian Tempo, this is Lieutenant Brooks Dumprom. Most people call me BD. I wanted to address some of your questions here. One was, have you prepared for this pandemic? For me, the answer is yes. I'm a public health officer, so responding to virus outbreaks and pandemics is part of my job and part of my education. So I was definitely ready for it. And is it similar to your everyday life when being a Guard member? So in my everyday life, I work in biosafety, where I work in the laboratories that are trying to create vaccines for the coronavirus. So it is part of my everyday life working with this pandemic. Thank you.
Hello Rachel, I'm Lieutenant Blake. Do you have any regrets about joining the National Guard? There have been some challenges throughout this, as there would be with any career, but no, I do not regret it. I have grown a lot professionally and personally with the National Guard, and I have made so many wonderful friends throughout this experience.
Hello, Isaac. I'm Tech Sergeant Derek Tolliver from Charleston, West Virginia. I'm in the Air National Guard, and I just wanted to answer a few of your questions. You asked me what made me join the West Virginia Air National Guard, and the reason for that is I was active duty for 10 years, and I decided to move back home to West Virginia and continue my career here in the West Virginia Air National Guard. And it's been a great opportunity and experience for me and my family, and not only to serve the country, but to serve the great people here in West Virginia. And you asked me if I had second thoughts when I joined, and I did actually have second thoughts going into the unknown. You don't know what you're getting into. So yeah, I did have second thoughts. What's important is to maintain your commitment to the West Virginia Air National Guard and to make sure that you fulfill that oath that you took.
Hi Ensley, I'm Tech Sergeant Danny Weber and I'm going to answer a couple of your questions. The first one was, what was it like when you first joined the National Guard? I joined in 2004, so it was right after the 9/11 attacks and everything, so it was a little scary joining the military as soon as we were getting ready to go to war, but it was a great experience. Some fun memories. Being in the Guard, it's like having a second family. I have been with a lot of my team members for 12 years, and they're definitely the brothers and sisters I never had growing up. Yeah, and I joined in 2004, so it's been a really great time. Thank you for writing us, and have a good day.
Hi Jen, thank you so much for your words of encouragement. I'm Sergeant Flippin, I'm with the Army National Guard. I would like to answer some of your questions. One of the questions that you asked was, what encouraged me to serve? What encouraged me to serve was to be a part of something that was a lot bigger than myself. Another question that you had was where I'm originally from. I'm originally from Tennessee. I moved here when I was 15 and I've lived here ever since, and this is also where I joined the National Guard. And you asked for how long I've served. I've been serving for 8 years and I've loved every moment of it. Thank you so much for writing us and have a great day.
Hi Brandon, my name is Staff Sergeant Farmer, and first of all I just want to thank you so much for your support. I joined the military in 2014. I'm actually a WVU grad. Let's go Mountaineers, and I'm so excited to answer your questions. So first of all, I joined the National Guard, originally paid for school, but then I realized how much I loved it, and now I'm going to be staying in for 20 plus years. I was actually born and raised in Roane County, but like I said, I went to school in Morgantown. And my favorite part about the National Guard is being able to meet so many new people and really join a true family. Thank you so much again, and let's go Mountaineers.
Hi Lila, I'm Specialist Kincaid Turley. I just want to thank you for your support and to answer a few of your questions. The reason I joined the Army National Guard was to be a part of something bigger and to better myself for my family. With that being said, the hardest part about the Army National Guard is being away from my family at times. Because for me, my job is a heavy equipment operator. I get to have a whole lot of fun. I get to play in the dirt all day long, side by side with my friends. Again, I'd like to thank you for your support and your questions.
Cadence, appreciate it for your letter. My name is Specialist Perry. I joined the National Guard because when I was younger and I was in middle school, I wanted to, stand up for the little guy, so to speak. Just do things that other people don't want to do or can't do. Being trained for the National Guard, it was the same as regular Army. We had to go through the same training that they do. It was very rigorous, tough, long, and hot. As far as the National Guard being something different than it is, no, I asked plenty of questions before I joined of all the different kinds of branches, so I had a pretty good understanding of what it was going to be. That's all.
Hi, this message is for Dylan Henderson. My name is Chief Warrant Officer Michael Connor. In response to some of your questions, first of all, I really want to thank you for writing in. It really means something that for 8th grade students or students of any age, just to be interested. So what made you want to join the West Virginia National Guard, and did you expect something like this to happen? Well, initially when I joined the National Guard, a couple different reasons. I was thinking about going to the Army Reserves, I was thinking about going active duty, but with the National Guard you get to help out. You get to do everything that the Reserves does, but you also get to help out the citizens of your state. So it's a twofold mission, support and defend the country, and then also be there for the citizens of the state. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to join the National Guard. They also had some really good incentives for paying for college, things of that nature. And that was in 1997. Didn't think I'd still be here today. But why did I expect something like this? Would I expect something like this to happen when I joined? Honestly, I never expected maybe a pandemic. Everybody always thinks of joining the National Guard or joining the reserves, joining any military branch. There's a chance you're going to get deployed someday. At that time, I never thought that we would be experiencing something as a pandemic. As I grew older, I guess you could say I expect a pandemic to happen at some point, because it seems history shows that usually about every 100 years or so there is a pandemic that happens, and we were coming up to that time frame. Did you come from West Virginia or another state? I'm actually from the northern part of the state near Morgantown. About 20 miles west of Morgantown, there's coal mine country, and that's where I grew up at. I just prefer a little bit warmer weather, so I keep moving a little bit further south. But again, thank you for your interest in the National Guard, your support during these trying times. It's people like you that help us want to continue the fight and continue grinding. So thank you.
Hi Ty, this is Airman Armstrong from the West Virginia National Guard. Thank you for sending in some questions. I see that you said here, why did you join the West Virginia National Guard? Well, I joined for a lot of reasons. I wanted to serve my country. I wanted to be a part of something bigger than myself and find a way to make a difference. What are the benefits of joining the West Virginia National Guard? Well, there are many. Honestly, you have educational benefits. When you join the Guard, it's like a family. You're all together and you work together and you have each other's backs. And do I feel like I'm making a difference? Yes, definitely, for sure. I believe that all of us working together, it's all about unity, and all of us make a difference. And thank you.
Hi Hunter, I'm Specialist Justin Rude, and I just want to thank you so much for writing us. What made me want to join the National Guard? Two things: the college benefits and just being a part of something much bigger than myself. What do you like to do when you're off? I see you like to ride dirt bikes and go hunting. I actually like to ride dirt bikes as well, and I like to spend time with my friends and family. During the COVID pandemic, what is your mission? My mission during this pandemic is to assist in the coordination of the National Guard's missions, what they're going out in the state and doing. And I really just want to thank you again for writing us, and I hope you have a good day.
Hi Chelsea, I'm Cadet Forcell with the U.S. Army National Guard. I'm a cadet going to WVU, and the reason that I joined the National Guard is to serve my community, my family, and just to get a greater sense of purpose. Thanks, Chelsea.
Hi Aaron, I am PFC Sims. I'm a 13 Bravo, which is Field Artillery with the U.S. Army National Guard. And what motivates me to come out here every day and help with the COVID is to help people and support the community.
Hello Isaiah, my name is Specialist Underwood. I'm with the West Virginia Army National Guard. My job is electrician. The scariest mission I've ever been on was actually this one. We're helping with the COVID-19. What makes it scary for me is the chances of getting it and possibly spreading it to others. Thank you, Isaiah.
Hi Dylan, I'm Master Sergeant Eugene Christ with the 130th Airlift Wing out of Charleston, West Virginia. I'm going to answer a couple questions you have. What is life like fighting for our country? Well, what I think you're asking, Dylan, is what is it like to be on a deployment? And the answer to that is it's much like any other day or any other job. You're just in another country, and it can be dangerous, but the Air Force and the military does a really good job of ensuring that we're as safe as possible in whatever environment we're at, and we take steps to make sure that we're safe and we make sure other people are safe. Is it scary or do you feel honored? I have been scared a few times, but to be honest with you, and I think anybody who wears this uniform would tell you it's always an honor to put on this uniform and represent our country and our state wherever we go. Near-death experiences. There's been a few times in my career that I have felt endangered, most of the time after the fact, because most of the time we don't know that we're in danger because we're focused on our job. And I think that's true for just about anybody in the military. A time that I can think of is we were in Africa, my unit, and I was working with some special forces folks called combat controllers, and we were watching some other country military members drop cargo out of a back of one of their aircraft. And it was nighttime, couldn't really see anything. I was running a video camera with a night vision lens on it, and we were watching this bundle of food and water come out of the back of the aircraft, and it was up really high and we couldn't really see anything. All we could see was the glow of the cubicle light that was on the package. And we saw the chute open and we're watching it, and all of a sudden we started hearing impacts getting closer and closer and closer. And I look over to the special forces guys, and they have their weapons up trying to figure out where we're getting shot from. And turns out that the package that had fallen out of the back of the airplane had broken up, and there were water bottles following from 20,000 feet, like very close to us. And one of the other members joked that, you know, if we got a hit, at least we would have dehydrated. So most of the time when things like that happen, it's always, we can laugh about it afterwards, but at the time or right after it, it's kind of scary. Honored by a stranger. Dylan, we're lucky to live in a state where people are very appreciative of military members, and many times when I've been out in uniform, someone will stop me and thank me for my service, or several times we've been out having lunch and somebody will buy our lunch, or just stop by our table and thank you so much for what you do. So when you ask about it, is it an honor to fight for our country? And it is, and that's it. Kind of when people stop and take the time out of their day to thank you for what you do, that's kind of when you feel the most honored, because it can be like any other job where you put on the uniform and you just kind of go about your daily tasks, and you kind of forget why you put on this uniform. And it's times like that remind you. And Dylan, I hope you stay safe, you and your family, and I will continue to do so for me and my family. And good luck out there. Be safe. Thanks for the questions.